Thanks a lot, Elton. Let's check on the teams first of all, then, beginning with Arsenal, with John Lukic in goal, Lee Dixon at number 2, number 3, Nigel Winterburn, 4, Michael Thomas, 5 is Steve Bold, 6 is Tony Adams, 7 is Paul Davis returning to the midfield, 8, David O'Leary, 9, Alan Smith, 10, Paul Merson, and 11, Perry Groves. David O'Leary again at right back, Lee Dixon in the midfield. The midfield strengthened in terms of its guile now by Paul Davis's return, and Paul Merson back in the attack alongside Alan Smith. Meantime, Liverpool, Bruce Grobbelaar in goal, of course. Number 2, Glenn Hussein. 3, David Burrows. 4, the return of Steve Nicol. 5 is Ronnie Whelan. 6, Alan Hansen. 7 is Gary Ablett. 8, Steve Staunton. 9 is Ian Rush. 10, John Barnes, and 11, Steve McMahon. And certainly it looks a lineup built to give nothing away. No Ronnie Rosenthal, no Peter Beardsley. The buzz is that Alan Hansen will play sweeper tonight with Gary Ablett and Glenn Hussein, the central defenders, Ian Rush and John Barnes up front. The substitutes tonight for Arsenal, Colin Pates and Kevin Campbell, and for Liverpool, Ronnie Rosenthal and Jan Molby. And our referee is from Birmingham, it's Alan Seville. Ron Atkinson with me. A quick prediction from you, Ron?
It's obviously going to be a very, very competitive game. Both sides using a sweeper. I would guess for different reasons, Brian. I think Liverpool are going to use Hansen just as an extra defender. Arsenal use O'Leary so they can springboard their 2 fullbacks. They'll attack from their fullback positions.
Well, we're just waiting for Alan Seville to make the first blast on his whistle. And away we go. Arsenal in the red and white strip, attacking the goal to the right. In fact, O'Leary playing there as a central defender. He played right back against Aston Villa last week. Great clearance there by Lukic. Up towards Smith. Wins it in the air, but it comes to Barnes. Smith getting it back again, but a free kick for the foul on John Barnes. Liverpool's kick. Nicol playing away at right back. Staunton. Here's Hansen. Ablett. Staunton. Dixon at right back now. Groves to Merson. Smith just holding it up there for Perry Groves and bringing Winterburn into it on the far side. Thomas, rush at him. Well, Thomas was stopping and thinking. Rush, as he does so often, comes back and challenges so well. But here Arsenal again with Merson trying to get Winterburn in to get the cross in, and Hansen coolly getting it away for Liverpool. All the pressure in these opening minutes then coming from Arsenal. Even Steve Bold up there with the attack. Now Paul Davis spreading it wide for Dixon. Crossing there towards Smith, and Groves get a shot, but it's cannoned off for Steve Nicol, falling for Ronnie Whelan. And now David Burrows. Rush didn't show enough of that to Barnes. Flag waving on the far side, and offside against Arsenal. Whelan. Now Hussein. Hansen. Such an incentive for Liverpool tonight. The victory would just about put the title hopes beyond everybody else. It would give them a 4-point lead over Aston Villa with a better goal difference. Liverpool with 4 games left and Villa with 3. Hasn't quite got the same dramatic cutting edge as we had, of course, at Anfield last May when these two battled out the league championship. But you still get the feeling that it's a night that could have plenty to say for itself. Here's big John Lukic for Arsenal. Nichols' header. Davis out jumping McMahon. Any early thoughts, Ron Atkinson?
Yes, I think the first indication from Liverpool's point of view is that they're going to play McMahon, I would guess, mostly on the right-hand side of their midfield. Otherwise, I think you'll find Winterborn is going to be a very, very effective raider for Arsenal. But McMahon, normally a central midfield player, looks as if part of his responsibility will be to help Nickel and close out Arsenal's left-hand side.
Here come Arsenal with Merson. Winterburn's made that break, and a good challenging break it is, but there's a dummy run. But now Merson taking it from Davis. Crossed in there and off the head of Smith. And a goal kick. Davis's cross. A little chip in there for Merson. And Smith got the header to it, but couldn't control it.
Possibly a little bit unlucky there. It was a good chance, good situation, well worked. Probably a bit unlucky for Smith that he was possibly a little bit too tight to the ball. Merson really fired it in at him.
Ablett at left back, firing in a long ball there, which Adams meets.
Groves looks to be limping quite badly, actually. He was in a clash early on. I think it was with Ablett.
Burrows lifting it high towards Rush. Adams is with him. It might fall for McMahon. No, Winterburn's there first, and now it's with Davis. Chip on him and a free kick to Arsenal. Missed some 9 games. Paul Davis, he's had a terrible run with injuries. Cut out easily there by Nickel. Barnes is up ahead. Stopped again by Adams. And Groves is still hobbling pretty badly. It's Ablett. Now Smith might get hold of that. No, Whelan spotted the danger quickly for Liverpool. Ablett. Up to Rush. Whelan. To Barnes. Bold was with him. Now O'Leary. Davis. So let's just get it straight then. Dixon playing at right back now. O'Leary as a sweeper. Bold and Adams on the ball at the moment, the 2 central defenders, and Winterburn away at left back. Oh, the bounce very nearly confused Grobbelaar there. Adams. Groves to Dixon. Ablett's header for Liverpool. Thomas. Very nearly knocked Whelan out. Winterburn. High towards Perry Groves, and it might come now for Merson. He looked as though he controlled that with his hand, actually, and indeed he did. It's a free kick.
Promising start by Arsenal. A little bit predictable. Liverpool are going to sit behind the ball and not commit too many people forward early on. But a promising start all the same by Arsenal. I like to see them play this way, actually. I think they're capable of being what I call a pure footballing side, and one that can hit and chase. And certainly look at quite an attractive side when they pass the ball around to each other.
It is their recent form that's really deserted them. They've won only 3 of the last 10 league games at this crucial stage of the season. Taken 12 points out of the last possible 30. That's a good piece of play there by Barnes. Crossed in by Burrows. Beat them all though. Winterburn on the far side. Smith coming towards him. And the game being played at a really hectic pace. Hansen, who instantly slows it down. Arsenal's throw. Arsenal's target tonight, I suppose. Well, it's a season that promised a little more than in the end it looks like achieving for them, really, but they would just love to put it across Liverpool again. And of course an Arsenal victory here tonight would open up things again in that championship race so far as Villa are concerned. So you may depend, all the Villa fans tonight must be temporary members of the Arsenal fan club. Thomas, and Whelan got that back to Grobbelaar. Ablett. Thomas to Groves. Dixon's made a break for him. O'Leary sweeping it forward again. Hansen's header. Thomas away to Winterburn. Smith. Arsenal's throw. Nigel Winterburn will take it. Davis. Merson. Nice little drag back there by Merson. Plays it now for Dixon. Played in towards Perry Groves. Dixon. Towards Smith on the far side. That wasn't far away. And Smith won it quite comfortably in the air over Steve Nicol. Ron Atkinson?
Yes, I think you'd be a little bit worried here if you're the Liverpool management team. Smith, who's obviously their best attacking header, has found himself against the smallest member of the Liverpool defence. You just wonder, they played an extra spare defender at the back there to deal, one presumes, with the aerial stuff. Certainly there was none in sight there.
Dixon getting it forward again. Ablett. Burrows. Thomas getting above Staunton. Groves getting in there for Arsenal. Ablett getting it back to Grobbelaar. Remember that Liverpool came here with containment very much in their mind in the Littlewoods Cup earlier this year. They were hard hit by injuries, I remember that night, Ron, and they played Jan Molby as a very good sweeper, in fact. Except right at the end, Alan Smith beat him, and it was a plan that held up so well until about 5 minutes from the end, and then Arsenal won it, and it was too late really for Liverpool to do anything about it. But it's the same sort of plan that they're operating here tonight, but it's with Barnes now. O'Leary battling for it, Davis battling for it, Arsenal getting a free kick for the foul on Davis. Now he should make a difference to the midfield tonight for Arsenal.
Yes, I think they've missed him all season, or the majority of the season anyway. Very, very creative player, possibly one that would have been looking towards towards Italy if he'd have had a full season under his belt.
O'Leary's free kick, up towards Smith. Dixon, Davis, Dixon, out to Winterburn. Passing with a lot of confidence at the moment, Arsenal. Merson found a bit of space for himself. Thomas. Towards Smith. Dixon, well up amongst the front men. Groves going for this header. Davis, Dixon. Liverpool can't get a touch of it at the moment. Bold. Thomas. Rush was after him. The crowd warned him that he was behind, and he panicked and gave the ball away. Adams. Look at Rush belting across there also to try and close Adams down. Staunton, a miss kick. Thank you, says Thomas. Finds Dixon again. Hansen getting that away. Winterburn. The buzz is all around the Liverpool penalty area at the moment. Davis. Scooping it in once more. Ablett getting it away, helped on by Hansen. McMahon. Staunton. Rush. And now McMahon again for Liverpool. A few elbows flying there. And the free kick given Liverpool's way.
Yes, very good start for Arsenal. I think it's very important that they keep the game at a high pressure. The one thing Liverpool would love to do, and Hansen's a prime example of this, is take the heat out, slow the game down, just steady the thing down and kill the crowd off, if you like. From Arsenal's point of view, they've got to keep a high pressure game, keep passing it about, get the ball wide, Winterborn and Dixon, and then try and get crosses in for Smith, who could probably test the heart. If Liverpool have a weakness at the heart of their defence, it may well be on aerial stuff.
Well, here's Nicol. Hussein from Sweden. Hansen. Ablett. Nicol. Adams header. Winterburn. McMahon getting away, but the free kick was given, and Whelan taking it quickly. Getting it through to Rush, but the challenge on Rush was a swift one by Steve Bold, and Arsenal come forward again with Davis. Here's Winterburn once more. Groves seems to have shaken off that knock that he had earlier on. In for Paul Davis. Back for Nigel Winterburn again. Merson trying to get it through to Davis. Hussein getting it away for Liverpool. Here's John Barnes. A free kick to Liverpool. For the foul on Barnes. And a little bit of respite there for Liverpool. That might be another free kick. And Arsenal would be well advised, as they well know, not to give away too many free kicks around the penalty area where John Barnes is concerned. You may recall a magnificent free kick goal he scored against Arsenal live on the match at Anfield earlier this season. This time Staunton's behind it. Staunton's little chip in. Lukic more than equal to it. Just past the quarter of an hour mark. If you've just joined us, Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. Ablett. It's an interesting role that Ablett's got tonight in that defence, Ron. He's playing away often on this left-hand side at left-back, allowing Burrows to go forward. Very fluid across that back four. Up goes Hansen again. Here's Ablett once more available. And he might lose out here. Groves getting it away from him. Smith pushing it wide again for the willing Winterburn to come forward. Groves down again. Bold playing it wide, and perhaps too wide. And there's a problem for Perry Groves. Not the best way to celebrate his 25th birthday tomorrow. Barnes. Play goes on. McMahon. In goes Winterburn again. Now Merson. Groves stays down. Smith couldn't get there before Ablett. Well, now they'll have to do something about allowing the physio Gary Lewin to come on and attend to Perry Groves. He's in real trouble there.
As I say, he's looked in a little bit of distress since virtually the second minute, I would guess.
So Theo Foley, assistant manager, having words no doubt up in the box with George Graham. There we are. Now what's the next move?
I would guess if he comes off, they'll put Campbell, put Campbell in as a straight swap for him, and maybe ask Merson to play a little bit wider. You were talking about Ablett earlier before, Brian, and really the role on the left-hand side is not hard for him, is it? I mean, he spent an awful lot of time, was it 2 seasons ago, he was virtually the regular left-back in the side. But he's got the dual purpose. He can play in the centre of the defence. One would assume he's in there to try and add 6 foot, what is he, 6'2", got the height and power to deal with any big stuff that's likely to be pumped into the penalty area.
Well, that's bad news for Perry Groves and for Arsenal. And there's no doubt that Kevin Campbell will shortly be on. Here he comes.
I think this will be an interesting one, Brian, because I know George Graham thinks this boy could go right to the very top. I know I've heard him actually say privately that he thinks he's one of the most promising youngsters he's ever seen.
Well, what he's also said publicly, Ron, as you probably know, in the last couple of weeks, or a couple of days rather, is that he intends not going into the transfer market for a striker this summer. He believes that Merson and Campbell can be the Arsenal strikers for quite a few years to come. To say nothing, of course, of Alan Smith, who's still only 27 himself. Off the referee. Adams comes in quickly. Here's Ablett. Burrows getting away from Dixon and might put it into the path of Rush, but some good defending there by Bold for Arsenal. Arsenal's throw. And the linesman on the far side waving furiously to attract the referee's attention to allow the substitute Kevin Campbell to come on. And you're right, Ron, it looks as though Merson is coming out a little wider to take the Perry Groves role on the right-hand side. Campbell staying up front in a more of a central role with Alan Smith. Adams fighting for that ball there in every sense, and the Liverpool bench getting slightly annoyed about something. A lot of arm waving and shouting going on there. Aimed, I think, at the referee. It's Arsenal's free kick, and it'll be Winterburn with it. And they catch Arsenal well offside. That's a sad side. It's straight out of Laurel and Hardy, that.
I think what might be interesting from Liverpool's point of view is that they probably haven't, I doubt if many of them have even seen Campbell play before, and whether they, obviously everybody does pre-match planning and so forth, but he has got a very, very good turn of pace, and it'll be interesting to see whether they're fully aware of that.
Nicol, McMahon, Davis in, it's Adams, but Merson caught offside. 22 minutes gone, we await the first goal. Hansen, there's Dixon. O'Leary, Davis. Well, he dwelt far too long on that. Whelan and Barnes between them almost got something going for Liverpool. It's with Winterburn, who's been very active on that far side. O'Leary. Here's Bold. Certainly you can't linger for too long on the ball tonight. Bold playing it forward towards Merson. And it'll be a Liverpool throw. Staunton. Whelan. Applause all around the ground for Perry Groves as he is about to disappear down the tunnel now. And Ablett gets it back to Bruce Grobbelaar.
At the moment, it looks very much as if the Liverpool policy of containment seems to be working. They played quite nice of the Arsenal, but really they seem to have lost that little bit of tempo they had early on in the first 5 or 10 minutes. It's ironic, really. He scored the all-important goal last season, Thomas. I haven't seen him yet make one run from the midfield. He's just quite content to sit in there and try and cancel the Liverpool midfield players out.
I think if memory serves me, Ron, he made very few runs until the last quarter of an hour last season in that momentous game. Almost scored with one and then scored with the other one. But it's Liverpool now, springing forward with a free kick by Steve McMahon. Here's Barnes. Certainly Arsenal know they must contain him. Nicol playing it in towards McMahon, who's got a good goal-scoring record against Arsenal, and the corner given off Michael Thomas. McMahon scored earlier this season at Anfield against Arsenal, and I remember him scoring a scorching goal in the Littlewoods Cup last season at Villa Park against them as well. Poor corner. Here's McMahon again. That drive from a long way out. Well, it was just that sort of drive, but on this occasion Arsenal breathe again.
I must admit, Brian, I thought you'd been looking in your crystal ball there. Hell of a dig that, wasn't it?
He's well known for it, isn't he?
Yeah, here he comes. Good, excellent volley. It's possibly further away than, well, I don't know, possibly further away than we thought at first.
Up goes Smith. Just a little flick on there towards Kevin Campbell. The feet were too high by Burrows, and now Arsenal get a free kick in what could be a dangerous area just outside the Liverpool box. Davis lining up for this one, and Winterburn. Bold and Adams forward on the far side. Bring that heavy artillery in. Rush and Whelan, 2 men in the wall. There are 3 altogether. David Burrows the other one. Indirect free kick. Winterburn with it. Floated across, and it was Tony Adams, the captain, who went up, but an easy gather for Bruce Grobbelaar. Rush, Dixon, back to Lukic. Mercer.
So I would think Liverpool are quite happy that they've restricted Arsenal to very few corners and free kicks in the danger area, because people like Tony Adams and Big Baldy.
And here's Rush, stopped by O'Leary. Winterburn battling with Nicol. Nicol won that little one and gets it high towards Barnes. Touch on by him towards Rush. Lukic out quickly. High towards Smith. Falls for Whelan. Thomas. Davis. Smith trying to turn Ablett. Finds Dixon. And another Arsenal throw. Well, Perry Groves, we saw in the game against Villa, threw in some really good long throws, but that's now missing from the Arsenal game. But here's Dixon looking for Campbell. Dixon with the throw for Arsenal. Coming up towards the half-hour mark, still no score. Rush towards Barnes. Dixon held him off though, supported by Bold. Hansen battling away with Smith in the air. Nicol. Dixon. Stopped again by Staunton. Barnes chasing. Bold gets there first. O'Leary. On forward, and there's nothing to say that sweepers can't go forward. Campbell now trying to get Merson in, and it's a goal kick. And there was a case there of the sweeper coming forward, David O'Leary, and suddenly making things happen, adding a bit of pace to Arsenal as they came forward. Ron?
That's right, particularly if the guy who plays as your third man at the back has some sort of quality on the ball, and O'Leary's not without quality. Certainly the fellow at the other end, Hansen, is what you'd term the perfect sweeper.
It looked like a handball by Burrows. Play on, said the referee. Davis battling for it. Might come to Merson. Flick wide again for either Merson or rather Davis or Campbell. And a corner given, which Adlitz is prepared to contest.
Certainly didn't look one, Brian. Looks as if the Arsenal lad himself had run the ball out of play.
Well, this is where Arsenal might cause a few problems for Liverpool. If they are vulnerable, it is sometimes for this sort of corner. And Arsenal, in fact, play this very well. Towards the near post, looking for Bold to flick it on. And for the likes of Adams and Smith to come roaring in. Winterburn with it. Towards that near post. A flick on and punch out. Rush got it away. Staunton chasing. But Winterburn there to the great cheers from the Arsenal fans. Staunton getting it back for Liverpool. Arsenal throw again. Dixon with it. Finds Smith. Liverpool's throw now. Well, Graham Taylor, you were saying earlier on you thought that Kenny Dalglish might be happy with a draw. At the moment he's well on course for that. His side don't look to be in a great deal of trouble.
Getting the ball out more to Dixon and Winterburn, because the way Liverpool are playing, I think it enables Arsenal to do that, and I think they would be able to put that little bit more pressure on Liverpool if they did that and lift the game. They've just got a little bit of momentum back again, but I think if they can use Dixon and Winterburn coming on and get the ball into the Liverpool box that little bit more, I think that would give Liverpool that few more problems and obviously lift the game from Arsenal's point of view.
Thanks, Graham. Staunton. Bold. Davis. Here is Dixon. Play towards Campbell, who's got some pace, but Staunton cut there rather. Burrows cut that out well. But it's Arsenal's throw. Certainly putting pressure on Liverpool. But pressure without profit at the moment. Dixon's throw. It's quite a good, long, respectable throw. A flick on by Bowles. And Grobbelaar was away from his goal. And it needed Glenn Hussein with a header to get it away. Ron Atkinson.
Can't quite understand why Bruce has to come for those. I mean, he's got big people in front of him, big defenders. For me, I think Bruce is as well to let them deal with it and him deal with the second situation, which, you know, full marks to Hussein there. He's saving him going from one down.
And now there are two waiting at the near post. O'Leary and Bold there for the flick on from Winterburn's corner. Delivered in there again, not accurately enough. Thomas trying to get in there. The boots are flying everywhere, but Hansen gets it away to Hussein. Nicol. Whelan. Suddenly you get the feeling that Arsenal, as Graham Taylor was saying, are picking up that momentum a little bit. Burrows. Ablett. Dixon kept that in play. A very accurate back pass there to Lukic. Now Adams, the flick on by him to Winterburn. He tried to flick it back in again, but now suddenly Liverpool with McMahon. Gone past two challenges, but in the end, O'Leary, using his vast experience, gets the better beautifully of Steve Nicol. Great cheers from the North Bank for that one. And now Thomas. And here's Dixon. Merson. Bit of space for him, and more space down that side for Winterburn. The cross comes in. And Ronnie Whelan again there for Liverpool. Up to Rush. McMahon. Davis there before Whelan. But the free kick given Liverpool's way. Davis down. This long throw, and then Grobbelaar came for it, flicked on by Steve Bold, and you can see the valuable part that Glenn Hussein played. Otherwise that would have been Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0.
That's right. What the point I was making there, Brian, earlier. Can you really see why Bruce has to come for that? I mean, he's got Ablett and people like that in front of him whose responsibility is to deal with headers. Having said that, it's something he's done for the last 8 years or so, and doesn't seem to have done Liverpool too much harm over the years.
Hussein with the free kick. Staunton up there, but it's knocked off the top of his head by Dixon. Liverpool's throw. Still 0-0. Staunton. That came off Barnes. It'll be Arsenal's throw. Dixon keen to get it going again. Smith. An Arsenal free kick, not taken from the right place. Nil-nil with 37 minutes of this game gone at Highbury. O'Leary to Bold. Dixon. Ablett away. Barnes. For the outside of the boot there, but Adams got there before Rush. But Whelan now for Liverpool. And ball, say the crowd. Don't agree, says the referee. It's back with Hussein. Rush inviting David Burrows forward. Into Whelan's path. That came off Bold. After this, Half-time score in the second division coming in. Plymouth Argyle 2, Oldham Athletic 0. O'Leary, Merson.
Certainly over the years we've got used to talking about the fluency of Liverpool's passing and their mobility and so forth. I think what we're witnessing today, Brian, is a gritty, resilient performance. Arsenal are making them go for it and they're having to hang on.
Nicol. Only Barnes is making any sort of break for it, and Bold is there before him.
Yes, I mean, they've just stationed John Barnes and Ian Rush up the field and said to them, anything that comes in that half of the field, your responsibility, you get on for it. We're just going to stay behind the ball.
Lukic up towards Smith. Route one, as they say. Hussein hooking it away. Thomas. Nicol to Rush. Don't think Burrows will get to that. Smith. Thomas. Well, you've only got two such characters as Rush and Barnes up front, Ron. You might always carve out something for yourself, even though you're under pressure for most of the game.
That's right. Now, I always highlight Ian Rush. Certainly, even if he's not scoring goals, he's always doing a job for the side. I mean, he's arguably the best defensive centre-forward in the game, as well as being probably the best striker. I mean, very often Liverpool just operate with him up the field on his own and ask him to sort of defend the whole of their back line.
There was a push by Hussein on Smith, a free kick to Arsenal. Taken quickly, it comes from Merson. And he scores! Paul Davis caught the ball out with that free kick. And Merson finished it off in magnificent style. It's not often you get Liverpool caught out the way they were there. Look, they're not really paying attention as Davis takes that free kick. Merson takes it in his stride and hooks it brilliantly wide of Grobbelaar.
Well, it's certainly quick thinking, certainly superb play by the Arsenal people. Very quick thinking on Paul Davis's part, and a super turn and very sharp finish. I think if you see that again, Alan Hansen won't be too happy. He's actually turned his back on the ball.
Well, it's the breakthrough that Arsenal wanted. Their spirits will be soaring now, and so will Aston Villa's. But at the moment, it's a free kick for Liverpool. Steve Staunton will take it. Ronnie Whelan's gone forward, and so too has Hussein. Hansen. Barnes. Stopped by Davis, but unfairly so, a free kick. Now this could provide a problem for Arsenal because John Barnes might be centre stage again. Not a bad position, some 5 yards outside the penalty area. Now what will Barnes do? What can Arsenal do? He's hit it too hard this time and too high. It's a goal kick. Let's have a look at that Arsenal goal from the other side of the field now. Merson finishing it off brilliantly. Oh, just in off the post, in fact. Campbell, well stopped by Ablett. Thomas. Smith to Dixon. And now Whelan. Rush charging after this one, but O'Leary is there for Arsenal. There's some 2 minutes to go to half-time. once more towards Smith. Hansen's with him, and Hansen wins it handsomely in the air. Merson, Thomas, Campbell, Dixon. Campbell chasing after it, and Hansen, emergency action there.
Yes, they're getting up ahead of steam just before half-time, Brian. Thinking quickly back to the goal again, I wonder how much of an issue will be made over. I'm sure the ball was rolling when Paul Davis played it.
It didn't seem to be in exactly the right spot from where the infringement occurred.
No, but then again, we say to referees, don't we, get on with the game.
Right.
But I think you'll find there'll be a bit of controversy over that if it's the winning goal.
Well, Liverpool have something else on their mind now as Winterburn takes this corner. Bold is there with a header. Campbell at the far post. Winterburn's header once more. Smith went in there, and another corner, this time off Hansen.
Certainly it's strange, isn't it, how probably one of the best club sides in the world find this a difficult situation to deal with, that the majority of fourth division clubs would be able to deal with quite competently.
Well, again, two men at the near post for Arsenal looking for that flick on, and plenty prepared to come in from deep to make something of it, but that time it was Whelan who got it away. Dixon playing it in again. Smith, Whelan once more, and Whelan hobbling at the moment. Outlets. Staunton, Burrows to Barnes. It's the time for Barnes to turn on the style with Liverpool this goal down. Well, Staunton's pass goes out of play. It's a throw to Arsenal. A little bit of time to be added on for the injury to Perry Groves. He's off the field. Kevin Campbell on as his substitute.
Certainly Whelan looks in great distress, Brian.
Does indeed. Prepared a charge, though, towards Davis for that one. Bold. Davis. Little flick there for Smith. The long ball. And the chase is on again, and Grobbelaar just gets there. Had to wait for that ball to come into the box before he could handle it, of course. The half-time whistle. Greeted with great cheers by the Arsenal fans. Paul Merson's goal after 40 minutes, after a great piece of quick thinking by Paul Davis. The only goal of the first half. The half-time then at Highbury, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. Ronnie Whelan has come out for the second half, but he's still, I can tell you, hobbling up pretty badly. Whether Kenny Dalglish has just said, well, we'll give it 5 minutes and see how it goes. But he looks to be struggling a bit, Ron.
Very much so. It looked almost like an amputation when he came out.
And Seville gets the second half underway. Arsenal leading by a goal to 0. But Liverpool with so much to play for here.
Brian, he's had it. Ronnie Whelan's had it, I think. I can't honestly believe he's going to stay.
He's really struggling now. Hansen hooking it back over Whelan's head to Davis. And here's Whelan on the ball now. It's as much as he could do to lay on that pass, but here's a good one now for Barnes to run onto. Rush and Staunton in the middle, and Burrows has come up from the back. Barnes may not need any of them. Nope. Tried in the end to take on too much. O'Leary in a lot of space now for Kevin Campbell. O'Leary. O'Leary again. Campbell. So if Whelan goes, which looks just to be a matter of time, it's a question of whether Ronnie Rosenthal comes on to pep up the attack a bit, or whether Jan Molby comes on and makes one or two changes in defence, putting maybe Nicol into the midfield, I suppose. There are one or two permutations available to Kenny Dalglish should Whelan have to come off. Dixon playing it in. Burrows getting it away. Here's Bold. And O'Leary back.
Yes, I think Roy Evans has just signalled now too. It looks very much as if it's going to be Mulby coming on.
High towards Smith again, but Hansen hasn't missed much there tonight. Instead of touch by Barnes, it didn't quite fall for the midfield man who was coming through, McMahon. And McMahon, in fact, has taken a knock himself now. Merson. Winterburn. High towards Smith. Comes down for Campbell, maybe. The whistle's gone.
There is the tried and trusted tactic. Just toss it into the box and let Smithy knock it down for people, and it does cause them some problems. I must confess I find that a surprising decision. I would have thought the state of the game, Brian, and particularly Ronnie Rosenthal, 4 goals in 2 games, the call would have been to take a more positive action.
Well, it's Mulby who comes on. The last time he played here at Highbury was as a genuine sweeper. Interesting to see where he goes. I mean, of course, he is an excellent midfield player. It might just be a midfielder for a midfielder. And that's just where Jan has gone. Hussein. Forward there by Ablett. O'Leary. And a Liverpool throw. Hansen. Rush might come from McMahon. Oh, there was a chance there. Normally hits such a good, strong, accurate ball, Steve McMahon.
It looks more, Brian, as if beautiful left from Rush there, quick thinking. It looks as if he should have taken it with his left foot. He's trying to do a reverse of the boy Robbins. He's trying to hit the same sort of shot with his right foot as the boy Robbins did last night. That's arguably their best chance of the night.
It's arguably their only chance so far tonight.
That's right.
Dixon. But this is a splendid Liverpool side. It's full of spirit and full of surprises, and it's never down until that last whistle goes. And Arsenal will need to be vigilant for the 46 minutes that still, the 42 minutes that still remain. Staunton away. It's Adams. O'Leary. Comes straight to Mulby off Alan Smith. He hasn't got into the tempo of the game yet. Smith, a little touchdown for Campbell. Now Merson. There's another shot.
This lad looks, well, bang on his form again, doesn't he? Looks as sharp as...
Oh, that ball wasn't outside the penalty area. The goal kick will have to be taken again. Hussein hustled into backed by Paul Merson once more. And Ronnie Rosenthal warming up on the far side pretty vigorously for Liverpool as well. There's Barnes, comes to Davis. Almost a lazy flick on by him, but this is Thomas. Still with Thomas, but Hussein getting a valuable challenge in there for Liverpool. Dixon getting the better of Burrows. Can he get a cross in? There it comes towards Smith. Grobbelaar winning it and losing it. It's all over the place there in the moment until Ablett whacks it away to safety for Liverpool. Rush. Staunton. Campbell fighting back there as well. And Hussein in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, that could have been a very, very costly little bit of a mix-up there. Not only did Bruce have his problems with the cross, He's gathered it well, to be fair. It's a good claim, but I think he has actually caught Hussein. I mean, your first reaction there, is there a free kick? Should there be a free kick for the keeper? He's actually bumped into his own guy there. I was saying earlier, Brian, about Merson at the moment is the difference between the sides. Certainly, he seemed to have lost his way a little bit in the middle of this season, but he looks as sharp as he was at the back end of last season when, as you say, he was winning all the honours.
Mulvey. Up goes Bold. Smith. Yes, it looked like a handball, actually, by Campbell. Ablett with the kick. Nicol coming in, but it's Winterburn's header. McMahon playing it in once more. Arsenal getting it away. Dixon will complete the clearance. Ablett once more. Hussein. Here's Hansen, ever reliable. Simple pass to McMahon. Given away to Winterburn. Merson into Smith, but Winterburn won't get up for that one. Nicol gets it back to Grobbelaar.
Just shows there the importance of the evening, though. McMahon, he's done the lots. He's won every honour. He's been in the melting pot enough times, and yet even his nerve ends start to show a little bit there. And probably with the situation when he snatched at the chance earlier on.
Now Merson. Stopped by Hussein. Mulvey with a chance to pull it forward now for Liverpool. Finds Steve Nicol. Adams. Davis. Somehow got up and got away from Steve McMahon. But McMahon's after him now. He finds Bold. In turn to Dixon. This is developing into a really good challenging game of football now. Dixon bringing it forward. Merson. Arsenal still leading by a goal to nil. O'Leary. Now Merson. O'Leary with a throw. Finding Thomas. Ablett away. Merson. Flicked to the outside of the boot. It came off Steve Nicol. It should be an Arsenal throw. Winterburn will take it. Aim towards Smith. Liverpool having trouble getting it away. Davis! Inches away!
Inches away, Brian. I'm sure that's gone through the net. It's a hell of a shot, particularly off what people consider his wrong foot. But it's noticeable, you know, when you look round at the Liverpool side and watching Hussein appears to be limping slightly. Nicol, as we know, has been out of the game for a while, and they do look a little bit, if anything, a little bit jaded for a Liverpool side.
Davis. Well, Barnes can put that all right for them. Nicol. Hansen. Burrows. And again Arsenal come away. Campbell with a long ball forward towards Merson, but Ablett is there. Liverpool arriving at Highbury with having lost only one of their last 18 league games. That was also in North London against Tottenham. Now this goal down, but I don't want to blitz you with statistics, but they've scored 14 in their last 5 games. Against an Arsenal have conceded, would you believe it, only 9 goals at Highbury this season in 19 games. So something's got to give somewhere tonight. Hussein up well. Campbell playing with a lot of confidence, Kevin Campbell. Gets it to Dixon. Hussein thought about the pass back to Grobbelaar. Grobbelaar was nowhere. And Hussein just holds off Smith long enough to get the ball into touch. And Liverpool again under great pressure in this second half. 12 minutes of it's gone. Arsenal still leading by a goal to nil. Dixon's throw. Staunton missed the header. McMahon turning it back, but looked to be in danger for a moment.
I think he's had to restrict himself for the team course today, McMahon, but I'm sure he's a lot happier when he's playing in a more central area. At the moment, he's playing as a very, very wide right-hand side midfield player, and it doesn't really suit him, Brian. I don't think he's got enough pace to get up and down on the right-hand side. He's better when he can play in the centre of midfield, where he can just have a rattle of people and just support front players from say, shorter distances.
Arsenal player down injured. I think it's Steve Bold. No, it's Lee Dixon. Juventus, we hear, are through to the final of the UEFA Cup against Cologne. Beaten Cologne. They play Fiorentina. They drew 0-0 tonight with Cologne. So Kenny Dalglish at the moment having a word with Steve Staunton. And Lee Dixon is still down. Just to bring you up to date with him, I was telling you last week that his wife was due to present him with his second child within hours of the Villa game. And in fact, in due course, a little daughter, Olivia, arrived. And just called into Bobby Robson's squad, of course, for the Czechoslovakia match. It's been a good week for him. And here's Ronnie Rosenthal. Just wondering when he might get on. As Liverpool go looking for goals. Still a goal down. The oldest saying in the book, you never write off Liverpool. Hussein. Barnes beaten to it by Adams. He's played him really well, as Adams, this evening. Here's Dixon. Losing out to Rush, coming back to tackle back once more. Here's Barnes. A foul given away by O'Leary on John Barnes. Liverpool's free kick. Jan Molby. Davis kicking it away. Another Liverpool throw. Nickel with it. Now Barnes. McMahon's made a run for him. Still with Barnes. Oh, and it bobbled away. Rush. Great save there. Knocked away again as Steve Staunton came in for the corner. It was a ferocious bobble just in front of Lukic.
Some marvellous defending by Bold. I think when you see this again, ugly ball for the goalkeeper to deal with. When it's come out to Staunton, Bold has just flung himself in there and prevented what would have certainly been an equaliser.
Also a good save by Lukic from Rush. But here's the corner. Smith gets it away. Thomas after it. Ablett beats him to it. Dixon throw. Thomas. Merson. In goes Nickel. Barnes. Molby. Ablett. Here come Liverpool forward, much more. Rush caught offside this time. Lukic out very quickly indeed, though. But just a moment ago, Liverpool so close to a goal, Ron, as you were saying.
Yes, you see Barnsley worming his way in there. But it's an ugly one for the keeper. Rush, like he is a predator, pounces, nearly tucks it away, and then, as we saw earlier, it comes flying in Staunton. Good defending there from both the goalkeeper, marks for the keeper, and also for Bold.
But also an example of what Liverpool can do when they appear to be under the extreme pressure of Arsenal attacking most of the time. Which is what they're doing now. Smith on the far side. Dixon. Davis. Some space here for Winterburn. Can he work it? Thomas has gone forward for him. Dixon's in there too. Nicol gets in there before Merson. Winterburn cuts it out. McMahon will try to get there, but it's Winterburn again for Arsenal. McMahon in there. Now Thomas. Merson, delightful little ball played for Winterburn. Overran it for a moment. Merson. Oh, Grobler! My goodness, that was nearly the costliest error of the lot. Now Staunton. Liverpool spring into attack, but Arsenal still leading 1-0 as Bold gets it back to Lukic. And Rosenthal warming up on the touchline now. He's stripped off and in a matter of moments will be on.
I would think he's either going to bring up a defender, Brian, or possibly bring Staunton off and switch Barnes out to a left-hand side and play with 3 men up front. He's got an extra butt.
The tablet. A little over 25 minutes left. We think it's Staunton coming off. McMahon to Ablett. Up forward again. Bold gets it back.
Certainly from Kenny Dalglish's point of view now, he's got to push an attacking player in there now, hasn't he? He's got to give it his best shot.
Lukic, long clearance towards Kevin Campbell. Flicked on by him towards Smith, but Ablett there for Liverpool. Free kick given to Liverpool. Smith just a little too aggressive there, so referee Alan Seville says. And Staunton's going off. And on comes another man banging form. Ronnie Rosenthal, his hat-trick against Charlton last midweek, and then one against Nottingham Forest on Saturday. 4 goals in the last 2 games. Just the recipe that Liverpool require right now. Meantime, it's Ablett with the free kick. Hansen. Gary Ablett. Merson thundering in there, though. They're allowing Liverpool no space and no time at all. Robilard's long clearance, 65 minutes gone, 1-0. McMahon. Rosenthal chasing. Nicol with the throw. Rosenthal. Nicol. Ronnie Rosenthal. Here's McMahon. Plenty of Arsenal men are there, and it's O'Leary putting it high into the sky. Thomas. Hussein. First bit of sustained pressure that Liverpool have been able to put on Arsenal tonight. Dixon trying to get there before Barnes, and a very confident back pass indeed from Lee Dixon.
Well, I've heard Rosenthal described by people who've seen him as a sort of almost the look-alike, and he started with Malcolm MacDonald, who of course was a big favourite here. Left-sided, extremely quick.
And quick enough to get away from Tony Adams here. Well, that's a free kick, and there's a yellow card for the Arsenal captain.
Certainly there, he looked a bit of a buzz, didn't he? He looked sharp. You wouldn't bet against him equalising tonight.
Well, Rosenthal will cause some problems with his pace and his verve and his spirit. And he's won this free kick. He looked to be getting away from Adams. Now, what will Mulby do? A long-range shot? No. McMahon. Nicol. Decent defending by Winterburn. Shows his moment well. Davis. Well, they gave that away badly. McMahon playing it in. Barnes couldn't get on the end of it. And suddenly it's Smith breaking clear with Campbell on the far side. As the red shirts now come swarming forward for Arsenal. Thomas. Over the top.
Brian, it looks like we're watching a completely different game now from the first half, isn't it? Don's that steady pace about the game. There's a real sort of passion about it now, end-to-end stuff now. Both teams having a genuine go to win it.
Halfway through the second half, Hansen now for Liverpool. Looking for that equalising goal. Can the likes of Rush or Rosenthal or Barnes provide it for them? Up goes Merson. Here comes Hussein. Claimed that he was harassed unfairly by Smith, but the referee's given the throw to Arsenal. Smith. Winterburn. Cut out by Nicol. Here's Merson. You get the feeling that Arsenal will need this second goal. Ablett. Just get the feeling, Ron, that Liverpool are beginning to show their teeth.
Yes, there's a certain buzz about them now, and looking at Rosenthal, I think he's the sort of player that gives people a lift. He's an exciting, I mean, you can see what we've seen clips of him and what we've seen in his early break here. He looks an exciting type of player, one that lifts the crowd and would lift players that are around him.
Well, he's up front with Rush now. Barnes has in fact switched more to the left-hand side. Liverpool throw.
I was just looking through the Liverpool side now at the nationalities. They're quite a mixed bunch now, aren't they?
Israeli, a Swede, a Dane.
Rhodesian in goal.
Rhodesian, Zimbabweans. Sundry Welshmen, Scots. There's a Welshman. It's a free kick now for Arsenal. O'Leary with that free kick. Tony Adams has pushed himself forward as well. Mulby hitting it long towards Rosenthal. Beautifully played by Mulby for Rosenthal. Arsenal putting two on him. He might get a shot in here. Barnes might. Now Burrows. Oh, my goodness, that needed the merest touch from Rush. He couldn't quite get there. You saw the agony on Burrows' face. And you get the feeling, Ron, that Arsenal are going to need a second goal.
Oh, very much so. Oh, that's agonising for Rush, isn't it? Just couldn't see. Just perhaps thwarted a bit, I think it was by Adams. Certainly this is the Liverpool you want to see play, the positive Liverpool.
Lukic with the goal kick. As the place now really begins to bubble. And the pace has been unrelenting right from the very first whistle. Up goes Smith, wins it that time in the air, but Hussein is there for Liverpool.
They actually appear to be better sorted out at the back now. They've got rid of the extra defender as well. Nicol's gone up on this right-hand side and he's given it a lot more balance.
Winterburn. Davis. There's Adams. Smith. And they hit Merson on the back of the head. Fell very conveniently for Alan Hansen, making the most of it with a pass to Barnes. And away come Liverpool again, being chased by Dixon, finding McMahon. Here's Mulvey, strike with a good ball. Rush played in, Dixon trying to get it away, and in the end it's Bold who gets it back to goalkeeper Lukic. Say it away. Adams. Well, Graham Taylor, I guess you must be biting those fingernails more and more right now.
Well, Liverpool have picked it up. Like, I agree with Ron, they look far more comfortable now. They're getting into a formation that they're used to, that has brought them success over so many years, and they're playing in a far more positive manner.
Here's Rush. And now Burrows. Unfairly dealt with there by Campbell, and a free kick to Liverpool. He's done well down that flank for them, hasn't he? You had him at West Bromwich, have you?
That's right. I was just looking in there. He's a fiery little lad. Well, not so little now, Budgie Burrows, but he wasn't best pleased, was he, with that challenge from Campbell?
No, you see why.
But he's a good old black country lad, you know, Brian, and they breed them tough out from Bilston and Tipton, where he's from.
Well, here he is with the free kick. Barnes wins that. But Arsenal's goal kick. 16 minutes left. Both managers on their feet. And the side separated by that piece of quick thinking by Paul Davis. A free kick that Liverpool say shouldn't have been. The ball was running. Whatever the whys and the wherefores of quick thinking by Davis, and a splendid piece of finishing by Merson. 40 minutes into the game. McMahon. Here come Liverpool again. Rush. On to Rosenthal. Adams has come out to try and stop him. Free kick given to Liverpool.
The other thing, of course, with Rosenthal, is just the type of player that Adams would prefer not to play against, I think. Quick, bright, twister and turner.
Taken to the wrong place. Mulvey very optimistically was placing it right on the edge of the penalty area. Winterburn knocked it away, and that's about the right place for it. Jan Mulvey with it. Plenty of Liverpool players are in there. Now, will somebody get a touch to it? Can Arsenal hold out here? Mulvey's free kick. Floated in there. Touchdown and a hand. Look, it was Rosenthal's head up.
That's right. A good situation for them here. Pulls away well, Rosenthal, to find his space. Possibly may have seen the ball a little bit late and try to make too much pace off the ball. But looking an ominous threat.
We're in the last quarter of an hour. Smith. Burrows. Hansen. McMahon. There's Ablett on this side of the field now. Laying it into Rush. O'Leary right there with him. Winterburn ducking in with the header. But here's Mulvey for Liverpool, knocking it forward again. This time Adams is there, preventing the run by Rosenthal. Hansen. Barnes. But Campbell comes away with it. Finds Thomas. Stopped by Mulvey. Campbell again. A good little ball there for Davis. Nichols after him. Dixon tried to get it across to Winterburn, but Ablett's in there for Liverpool. Adams away. Hussein with the header. Smith. Davis. Now Campbell. Here's Merson. Dixon throw.
Just looking at Rosenthal there, Brian, I suppose a lot of people would, including myself, would wonder why he didn't figure in the starting lineup, you know, 4 goals in 2 games. But I think it's got to be remembered, he's played 3 games, you know, just about a week now, and something continental players aren't used to, particularly at the pace and demands of our game.
Well, the pace has remained high right throughout this 90 minutes, and here's McMahon finding Nicol. Thomas. Winterburn. Davis. Adams to Winterburn. Let's get in Liverpool's way. Slowly but surely turning the screw on Arsenal now. There's still this goal down. That looked like a handball by Rosenthal, actually. Nicol. And a goal kick.
Not what you'd call a Liverpool ball, is it? Not their normal tactic to fly it in high from the touchlines. They like to work the ball into the penalty box. That may, in many ways, show their frustration. They know it's the end of the game's creeping.
Although they, more than anybody, remain patient against all the odds, don't they?
That's right. I mean, that is the basis of their game. Patience, pass, and play in the last minute as you would in the first.
Campbell trying to make the breakthrough. Kevin Campbell. And Hussein getting it away, but not before it's gone for the corner. That was a good break by young Campbell, and some strong defending by Hussein. Arsenal's corner to be taken by Winterburn. Not exactly hurrying across there to take it. 11 minutes left. O'Leary and Bold at the near post. Joined now by Molby and Barnes.
Now, this is ludicrous, the amount of time this corner's taken.
And Grobbelaar, a good safe catch and a good quick throw. Might release Rosenthal, no. But a good throw nonetheless to Nicol. Campbell's after him, bowls him over, no free kick. It's back with Lukic. Merson. Campbell. Merson. This could be interesting. If his cross is a good one, but it wasn't good enough.
A little bit higher, I think Bruce would have been stranded at the first post, didn't you?
Yep. 10 minutes to go. Plymouth have beaten Oldham by 2-0, which certainly damages Oldham's hopes of a playoff place. Oh, Dixon caught a little off balance there. And Lukic just getting in and almost knocking out one of the floodlights to prevent it going over for the corner. Or did he succeed? Yes, he did. It's a throw which John Barnes is taking. And really, if Liverpool do get beaten here tonight, it really throws everything not exactly wide open. It opens it up a little bit again, and Villa will get fresh hope from it. Here's Molby. Little chip by him. Ablett's in there. Barnes is in there, and a missed kick by him, and it's a goal kick. That was an interesting intervention there by Gary Ablett, suddenly springing forward for the first time.
Yeah, that shows the value of midfield players or defenders coming in from deep positions. Certainly did very well forcing the issue. I think Barnes will be very unhappy. Came at him suddenly. I think he was a little bit surprised how quickly the ball came to him, but it's quite a fair chance, that.
Hussein. Ablett. Long ball hit forward towards Rosenthal. Lukic is out and he's lost it, and Adams is there and gets it away to Merson. Oh, that was an extraordinarily bad back pass there by Merson. Rosenthal's in there, and Barnes almost punished Arsenal. Well, Merson could well hang his head because the ball was given away. Rosenthal suddenly got possession of it. The most dangerous position of all down there by the byline, pulled it back, and Barnes, of all people, knocked it over.
We've just had two glaring examples, though, of Rosenthal's pace and wide awake. Well, he's certainly in the wide awake club, I would think, today.
Yes, everything is boiling up if Liverpool leave here tonight without anything at all. It's boiling up for another grand finale in the First Division season. But here's McMahon. Liverpool look ever more menacing in these last minutes. Adams going in there. It comes to Nicol. The cross comes in, and Bold just manages to get a foot there before Barnes and Rosenthal behind him. And the corner was a small price to pay.
You certainly feel if this goes on much longer now, you really can feel that Liverpool are going to equalise.
Burrows with the corner. Hussein coming for it, but too high for him, and Winterburn just happy to whack that one away. Hansen's here. As cool as you like, as you would expect. Ablett's here, and Arsenal under a lot of pressure now. Bold gets it away. Dixon. Oh, he thought about the back pass. He almost made the back pass and then suddenly saw a rush in his path. A really satisfying game of football, this now.
Oh, it's a different game completely. Oh, credit to the players on both sides now. They've really made it an exciting finale.
Well, that came off Hansen. It's another Arsenal corner. And the seconds are ticking away. There's about 6 minutes to go now.
We've talked about Rosenthal's pace. We just had a prime example then of young Kevin Campbell's pace when he sprinted 40 yards to put Hansen under pressure.
Winterburn with the corner. Adams and Smith and Bold are in there. So too is O'Leary. All the big men are in and around that penalty area. Bold tried to get the back flick. Davis. And it comes for Grobbelaar. No time to waste for Liverpool. A good throw out. McMahon on the far side, leading the charge. Rosenthal as well. Barnes is in there too. The flick on by him. It comes to Nicol. The chance is here for Liverpool. Played in there. Lukic grabs it. You've got to think about the man of the match, but there's no time to think about anything other than what's going on out there at the moment.
It's absolutely breathtaking at the moment. 1 minute you're watching Arsenal attacking furiously. Next minute it's a fierce Liverpool break.
5 minutes now left. Liverpool with home games against Chelsea this Saturday to come, then home against Queen's Park Rangers, home to Derby County and away to Coventry. Aston Villa with 3 to play, at home to Millwall this Saturday, home to Norwich, and then finishing up away to Everton. And Barnes now. Shot charged down. Rosenthal trying to get once more to that byline. Gets there. Nicol. Crossed in once more. Barnes. It's there. John Barnes. Well, it was a goal that was always coming in the last quarter of an hour or so as Liverpool really applied the pressure. Ron Atkinson?
Yes, well, it's a good ball in. It's a super ball in. I think Arsenal are perhaps a little bit unfortunate. They've come up for upside, and Bold stayed in there, whether he couldn't quite get out with the rest of the back line. But full marks. Liverpool have deserved that. They've threatened it for some 10-15 minutes now, and they have deserved that.
1-1 it stands. Up goes Smith. Merson trying to get on the end of it. Davis follows it in. Thomas. Now John Barnes knocks in goal 24 of the season. And Liverpool are truly back in business. Three minutes are left. Rush towards Rosenthal. O'Leary away. Just 2 men up for Arsenal. Liverpool with 3 back. And now Hussein. Liverpool have got the taste for it now. Mulvey. Rush. O'Leary. Looks to get it safely back. Ablett. Davis. Well, you've whispered the man of the match to me, Ron. I think it'll be a fairly controversial choice.
Yes, well, we sat here watching, which was a fairly predictable game. The guy Rosenthal's come on and he's lit the game up. He really has changed it. Every time he's had the ball, he's been electric. And quite honestly, I mean, people, if you haven't got a vested interest like perhaps Graham or whatever, people like to be entertained. He certainly he's been fantastic to watch.
So Ronnie Rosenthal, the Barclays man of the match. It's Barnes now. Well, it's not turning out quite as you must have hoped, Graham Taylor.
I think, Brian, the goal has been coming a long time. You know, as soon as Rosenthal came on, you've got 2 people, himself and John Barnes, capable of running at people, taking defenders on. And it's a different Liverpool as soon as that substitution was made. And the goal has been coming. You know, I just have to sit here and watch it and just hope now that Liverpool probably don't pick a winner at the death, but they could yet do that. And certainly the substitutions made a great change to the Liverpool team.
Thank you, Graham. There's Campbell. That's easy for Grobbelaar. Last minute of the game. Ablett back to Bruce Grobbelaar. Not taking any chances at all now. A free kick given to Liverpool, the foul on Mulvey. We're now playing stoppage time at the end of 90 minutes. A crucial 90 minutes in this First Division campaign, and Kenny Dalglish ordering defenders to get back, to hold on to what they've got and not to give anything away silly at the other end.
He won't have enjoyed that, Brian. I think he wanted them to keep possession and just see the game out. He actually wanted them to pass back to Bruce Grobler, I think.
Lukic, one last try at something for Arsenal. Bold, but Rosenthal's got in ahead of Steve Bold. Finds McMahon, flicked wide again. Adams now coming forward for Arsenal. In goes Ablett though. Beautiful skill on the ground there by Ablett. Rosenthal's away, but Lukic is out. Now, he didn't really need to do that. But Liverpool won't be sorry because it's eaten up a few more seconds. Misunderstanding there between Winterburn and Lukic. And Arsenal, well into stoppage time, are taking off Steve Bold and bringing on Colin Pates.
I think that's a move designed to try and just break the game up. It may well be the Bold has a slight groin strain or something, but I would think that's more a move to try and break the game up and stop the tempo of Liverpool's game.
Well, we played nearly a minute and a half of injury time. Rosenthal. Here's Adams. Here's Thomas. Will there be last minute's heroics from him again? Campbell on the far side. Hansen gets it away. There goes the final whistle. A handshake between Kenny Dalglish and George Graham, and a point that Liverpool, you feel, came for with the way they started. They finally achieved with that inspired substitution of Ronnie Rosenthal. Merson after 40 minutes, Barnes after 85. Let's go and hear from Kenny Dalglish.
Kenny, very exciting stuff. What did you think of your side's finish there?
I think they deserve to get a result. At the end of the day, we get punished for a bit of slack defending. I'd like to see it again to see where the ball was moving at the time.
We think it was moving.
Well, it just shows you the character that they've got, then they've come back and done it. But it also shows how thin the dividing line is between success and failure. The referees seem to let it go, and that could have caused us a point there, certainly.
And the championship, everybody's making you favourites now.
Well, we're in the position everybody else wants to be in.
Thank you very much, Kenny.
Thank you.
Well, Liverpool got what they came for, but not in the way that